On this episode of Hidden History, we're going to take a look at some artifacts in our collections from National Cycling. National Cycle Company formed in 1892 when Henry Smith moved to Michigan from Chatham, Ontario, to oversee his father's business, the Michigan Pipe Company. This bicycle was donated in July of 1979 by Mr. Frank Ross to the Heritage House in Essexville. In October of 1995, it was then donated to the Historical Museum of Bay County, where it has been ever since. National Cycles were built in Bay City for around 20 years until the advent of the automobile. This bicycle is dated circa 1895. This bicycle was manufactured at Henry Smith's National Cycling Company, originally located in the corner of Crotty and Madison, or the modern-day location between Omnisource and General Motors on Woodside Avenue. National Cycles were considered very progressive during the time, as they had chain-driven and drive-shaft-powered bicycles. This bicycle, as we can see, is chain-driven. The frame is 22 inches long and the wheel diameter is 26 inches. These tires have long since been replaced. These probably came with the bike when it was donated in 1979. One other interesting feature is the rims. They're actually made of wood. They had many comfort features such as the rubber grips you see here, which were described as upright when it was donated, a nice comfortable leather seat, and shocks to help absorb those rough rides. Arguably the coolest feature of this bicycle is the bell, which still works. Earlier, I mentioned that some of these bikes came chainless and were drive shaft powered. Like this model. The very unique feature on this bike is that it is chainless, which was considered very progressive at the time and was rather powered by a drive shaft, as we can see here. The bike is blue in color, and on the frame we can see the word National right here. The rims, like on the other bike, are also wooden. We can see the blue chip painting here in the original wood. The tires are also original themselves and have the word Bay City imprinted on them. For about a period of 20 years, National Cycles proved very popular, and thanks to the very good salesmen they have, they were known nationally. At one point, they had about 14 models available for men and women. Although they made models for both sexes, interestingly, the slogan was, "A national rider never changes his mount." In the 1890s, your average National Cycle could cost you anywhere between $30 to $50. In about 1912, Henry Smith could see that cars were on the horizon, and he transitioned manufacturing from bicycles to trucks, specifically the National Truck Company. The truck company did not do too well, and he only had about 25 models made to order. In 1916, William C. Durant and Louis Chevrolet came up to Bay City to look at Nathan Smith's factory. Reason being, they were looking for a factory to produce parts for the Chevrolet 490 Roadster. Henry Smith sold off his company to William Durant and Louis Chevrolet, and 2 years later, Chevrolet became under the General Motors umbrella, and it was one of 8 feeder factories for Chevrolet. National Cycling is one of the more important industries in Bay City and has employed hundreds at the time of operation, and the transition into automobile manufacturing also meant it brought in the first automobile factory into Bay City. If you have any items at home that you would like the museum to see, we strongly encourage you to visit the museum so we may take a look at them, and visit your local museum to learn more about your area's local history.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to click that bell icon to stay notified when we upload new content. Videos like this are only possible because of viewers like you. To help support this channel, click on the link in the description below. We'll see you next time.